goodness. Are we here?
We're here.
Oh, okay. She didn't enter the studio.
I forgot to enter the studio, so sorry about the black screen.
We're back and we have a new setup where we have a new backdrop and a little new studio.
You guys liked us so much that within 3 episodes, we have enough money to pay for our own studio.
Yeah. No, we are now at Carrie's house because the dogs, as you know, have been quite difficult.
It just wasn't going to work.
Yes, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I also have a dog and a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and you just got a call. One wants to come home from school.
Yeah.
Text the other one not to come up to go to the bathroom.
Or to start cooking.
Yeah.
Start cooking.
But thanks for coming back. And we're like so happy to see you at Wicked Honest. And guess what? We got mugs. Carrie got these for us for Christmas. And they've been at her house. And we should, I don't know why we didn't bring them up to my house, but now we're using them, Wicked Honest, and she even has our names.
We had to change where the studio was located.
We're officially Kelly Ripa and Mark
and Regis.
Regis is done.
Oh,
Mark Consuelos, her husband. She does the show with. I just think of them with the mugs all the time. And
wasn't there another guy that did it with her for a little while?
Ryan Seacrest did it.
No. But
Michael Strahan.
The football player. Yeah. That's what I remember. That was the last time I watched it.
And we're better looking than
Regis was the last time I watched it.
Jesus, showing our age.
Yeah, showing my age.
And I just saw my side profile. I put my face tape on today.
You did?
But I think it already
I don't have any face tape.
Oh, I wasn't going to share my secrets, but I just did. But I think it already popped.
How rude that you didn't tell me that I could use. Yeah, but does face tape help a double chin?
You might need face duct tape or something.
Yeah.
No, they even have things that it's like a wire that goes under your hair and it like right there and it pulls it all back. As I say for my facelift later, I'm not quite there yet. I don't know that I'll ever get one, but I get all kinds of things, but that I don't know if that I'm a little scared.
I know. And
I don't want to die.
As we've already discussed, I get rashes, so I'm afraid to do anything. I can't do anything.
She can't. Chemical peels and Botox. I wouldn't risk that on her. Everything makes her end up in the hospital.
Yeah.
But I'm the medical person in the hospital. But she really needs to go.
Yeah, my stuff is real. That's unfortunately, I'd rather be the one who just like to get stuff done.
Oh, yeah, you give me massive anxiety. You're always walking around like a medical disaster
anomaly, kind of weird.
Yeah, you just living life.
I'm just gonna start. Well, I started wearing turtlenecks because I saw Joey McIntyre right on a video.
Who?
Joey McIntyre.
New Kids on the Block?
Please don't go.
Oh, all right. I didn't know he had a double.
No, he was on something and there was a clip and he was going like this. 35, 44.
Oh, it's true.
35. Yeah. And I do that in the car. I go like this. Oh, that's all it takes. Literally.
Just a little pop.
But now.
And then you get to a certain point, even filler doesn't. I got Morpheus, which really ultrasound burns the fat all in your skin.
I look like Freddy Krueger.
It's a big staple gun, and I don't even get numbed. She's like, she's
know,
amazed.
That.
I'm more afraid of being numbed than getting that done. I sort of like the pain a little bit.
Well, that's the same thing as tattoos.
It makes me feel like I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm half dead inside.
Dead inside, right? You have to shoot yourself to stab yourself.
No, that helps a little bit, but you can't. I'm not here to chase time. Like time is going to happen, and I just want to look good for my
age. Yeah. Well, and so I was doing this. I mean, I traditionally just have a giant fat head, anyways. But I do this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but I can live with the sag. It's fine. But now, what the fuck is this?
You got Kybella.
I have a turkey neck.
Kybella burns takes all that out.
And I didn't. How about this?
Oh yeah, you can't get it.
I know. I didn't realize it until we started doing this, and I started to watch back my side profile, just be like,
"Oh, mine's like I don't like mine either." It's
so we're not going to talk to each other. We're going to talk like
it's going to be like that.
We're going to look in the.
No, I know what it is. What it at some point, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Have a glass of wine. Who gives a shit?
Well, that's what you do. You just forget about it until you just. Then I bought some turtlenecks.
That looks worse, I think. Sometimes
trying to do a turtleneck.
I don't know. Sometimes I was so into that. I'm a big turtleneck blazer type of person.
You wear Dickies once in a while, don't you?
No, I don't wear Dickie. I'm not above that. I would.
It's hot in here. menopause, you might only be able to wear a dickie and not a turtleneck.
She just had the pellet stove going. Like, I mean, nobody's business. I'm going to die in here.
Well, so I got the turtlenecks and I wore one, and two of my kids walked by when I was like editing videos, and they're like, "What the hell do you have on?" And I'm like, "It's a turtleneck." They're like,
"Well, then your sister
turtleneck."
So then when your family watched I think it was our first episode, and they said,
"Why can I never see?"
Because you were wearing something similar, a sweater or something, and your sister, I think it was your sister that said, "Stop trying to look like Diane."
Which is why I have a hoodie on right now.
Well, you were supposed to have those, whatever, you were supposed to do your hair in those. She said, "I need to really authentically be myself," which herself is tattoos, piercings. She's wicked, boho chic, cool. I'm just not that. Like,
no, and I started dressing for the podcast like I would if I worked in an office.
I know, you look on an office interview.
I know, I don't know what happened.
No, you look like me.
And then I'm like, you know what? A lot of times I'll have my hair in a bun. It'll be in a bun before this is over. A lot of times. Or like, two buns or whatever. My nose is double pierced. I'm covered in tattoos. I wear sweatshirts every fucking day, every day. Even when I go out, sometimes I'll wear just like a sweatshirt. But I mean,
well, that's on trend, anyways.
Well, even when it wasn't,
you brought it. Yeah,
it was my trend. I made it. Yeah. So I'm back to. So fuck it. You guys know us now. Did I impress you with my turtleneck the first couple episodes? No, but
I didn't care for it. Really.
Maybe it blocked this a little bit. So it's either my turkey neck.
No, then you just see a big face.
It's already
my face is melted. I used to have a big round basketball head too, and then it's just literally melted as we do sometimes when we get older, and then
as we do,
that happens. Yeah. My face is now longer, but even the turtleneck, when you have a rounder face, you just see this. It makes your face even seem bigger. Oh, all right, do that. Do that.
Well, you can't see us if you're listening on the pod, which is why you really need to go to the YouTube channel too.
I know. Apologize. We're ripping apart our looks, which is terrible. We're supposed to be like pro.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at my looks. I just don't.
I just said that because that's what you're supposed to say.
I can rip myself apart if I want. Yeah, self-deprivation.
Yeah, what's it like? You don't go after women's. We're going after our own looks. It's fine. I don't know. Everyone does. It's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm as confident as I'm gonna be. I mean, I'm not mad at anything.
Well, I'm not losing sleep over it. I used to get I'll look at myself and be like, wow, that looks kind of crappy. I'm like, yeah, post it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I used to get upset. Like I wore those, it's those as I said, those mom jeans, like the high waist jeans. She literally can't stand them, and I
hate them.
I was wearing them, and then I saw a picture of me, and I like them, but then I was at a dinner party, and I ate the dinner, and then there's just a picture of me in the chair, and I'm just like this big roll over the the top of the jean, and I'm like, oh, that looks nice. With the flat ass and a little bit of a pooch, like a little.
Yeah, it's like let's let everybody look like they have PMS and they just ate a big giant meal. Those fucking jeans are awful. I don't care if you weigh 12 pounds, 200 pounds. They don't.
If you have a big giant sweater or something like half tucked,
what's the point of wearing those? I hate them. I'm against them. I am
I think you were trying to let me know you hate them on me because she just kept saying it every time I came in the door.
I hate them on everybody, to be fair. Okay. But I wear a sweatshirt every day, so I mean, I'm not really the fashionista to judge.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So, anyways,
welcome to our turkey necks. last episode.
I have my face, but I think it pops right on the side right on that side. Well, sometimes they make the one I bought was like discontinued, so now they have this shitty one, and you have to like put alcohol on to make it stick, and then it's a little tab, and it just pop it on. But then
I'm gonna try that right here. I want to see if I can.
I think you need the rope, the rope one. I think I do too now. I'm fine with it. Just goes under your hair. It's cool.
Oh, I'm gonna try using some of the stuff that you don't have to get, that won't give me rashes. The rope, stuff.
The rope won't. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a rope.
Get the rope.
If I get a rope, and then I'll wear it on here, and you guys can tell me whether you think
it makes a difference.
It makes any difference. I mean, I have a big giant head, so
okay, whatever. We've heard that 10 times.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's your day? What's going on?
Well, I got one kid that just went back to school sick. I got one kid that's calling me to pick him up that I'm ignoring. I got work. I have Miles has music. I'm on call. Jesus. That's about it for today. You?
I don't have much going on today. I have work, and then I don't have any unnecessary medical testing. I had a medical procedure yesterday.
How did that go?
Good. I got no, it wasn't good. It's awful. I got an IUD because an IUD that inserts in your uterus, and it puts progesterone there for not to prevent pregnancy, because that would be like a fun reason to get it.
Yeah.
It's for menopause, so I can go on estrogen. Bye, men. Any men listening? Bye. Nice knowing you.
Well, listen, maybe you'll understand why your wife's such a douche.
Oh, my husband. Yeah, well, my husband, like, I give him lessons in that constantly, and yet it's always just like, this is a new thing. It's a new experience. What's wrong with you? I'm like, here we go. Let's get out the whiteboard, the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. Sit down, have a seat.
Yeah.
You suck. So I need the IUD because I can't tolerate progesterone. I cannot tolerate any real medication. I'm like sensitive Sally, and it's very low dose, and I'll go on the estrogen patch and try that. So hopefully I can become stable Mabel, but I'm sure I'll end up being in McLean's by Saturday. So pick me up.
I will.
I'll call you because everything makes me freaking bonkers. So I don't know. It's a real challenge, but that was yesterday, and I have a dull headache already starting.
And she doesn't get headaches. She told me this morning. Headaches. So this is going to be
she'll be hearing about
new experience.
I was thinking that the other day. I'm always like, I'll text you with everything. I'll be like, the allergies bad today. I'm like, do you get a headache with this?
Even when allergies aren't bad, I'm like, no. I mean, I'm like, yeah, they're terrible. I bet you can't breathe. I'm just kidding. Usually I can't breathe.
I just need someone to like confirm.
Well, I know that's why I just respond. Yeah, they're terrible.
Oh, and they're not? That's nice. Great.
No, they are. They are. You can't go by me though. I'm allergic to oxygen.
I just need to hear it.
I know, which is why I say,
go suck your thumb in the corner or something.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's basically what I do.
My husband and I both do it. But anyway, so we're gonna try that. And I said to him this morning, he was already aggravated. He's off today, and early this morning he starts. He has ADD, and his energy is very opposite than mine.
He has ADHD.
He has ADHD.
Yeah,
so
that's the big difference.
He's bonkers, and his energy makes me absolutely insane. And he starts ripping apart bureaus and starting because he's off. That means I'm not doing anything.
Right. Yeah. You're working and
I'm doing a million things in my day. And so then I said to him, you do know that I got, because he won't know what an IUD even is. So right. I said, you do know I got like my uterus stapled yesterday. And he's like, I don't know, what did I do wrong? Like, what does that mean? I know you did something to your uterus, but like, I didn't do anything yet. I'm like, I'm just preempting this.
Yeah.
So my uterus is stapled. I'll possibly be in a wheelchair by 4:00. And then you need to wait on me. I'm a lot of fun.
Not that I'm important, but I'm getting my IUD on Friday.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, you had to get yours replaced.
Yeah, I have mine for a fun reason. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay.
Preventing pregnancies. Well, it has happened.
Oh, we talked about that in an episode, how you're lusty Lulu over there with making out your hand since 5th grade or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that has come and gone. That ship has sailed.
Oh, you're a little harlot.
I'm a little heathen.
A heathen's different than a harlot. A harlot's a whore.
Oh.
A heathen is...
Why don't you just call me a woman then? Always coming full circle back to the Catholic.
Yeah, I should have never said that. Sometimes I say stuff and it's just not... I regret it instantly, but whatever. I said... I brought up something in a prior episode. I hope you listened about the word woman affected me somehow when I was younger from Catholicism. It's not normal. I understand.
Yeah, we're waiting for somebody to reach out and tell us that they also do that. We're gonna see how that.
No, sadly, when I was saying that story, I really thought that wasn't that. And you know how when you think something's sort of like not that
uncommon.
Yeah, and then you say it out loud and you go, I really don't think that's so crazy. And
And then you listen to it back when you're editing a podcast.
No, and then we're editing it, and I watched your face as I'm saying that. Your face when I say new things that you don't really know about, and you're like, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that. Okay.
Yeah, that was a new one for me.
But my night was interesting last night, and I think that's where my dull headache comes from because her oldest son, well, her second oldest son.
Yeah. I know there's 5, so there's like there's an oldest and a youngest, and everybody else just gets.
Him and I were on the phone. We were texting.
This is
in an epic battle.
Were you texting him about your IUD?
No, he wouldn't stand for that.
I know he would.
He's going to be doing he's an HVAC guy, and he has a company. And
shout out Revs Mechanical.
Shout out.
Located. Oh no, I'm not going to say that.
Located. Yeah, don't say that.
Located on the
North Shore. Yeah. And so, I mean, I've never experienced anything like dealing with him. He is. He gave me a quote, and I am a self-proclaimed, and I'm not. Well, I'm a bit of a nightmare. But I don't think I'm really that much of a nightmare. But I think people think that I am. So I guess that would make me a nightmare. I do my research, anything I get done in my house or whatever. I don't just pay any quote someone gives me like someone else over here.
If you say it's $1,500, I'll give you 18.
Yeah, I'm sure. Great. So everyone's going to be calling you. We even have a guy that I found that's amazing. And we're always working on our houses and stuff. And I don't think he cares about me anymore because he'll always give me a quote and I'll say, yeah, well, can you do it for a little bit with whatever? And not to be a jerk. I just because it's smart. You save a lot more money than I do doing it that way. I just like to get a little bit of a bite. Throw me a bone. You could even upcharge me. And that's probably what he does now. And then this one over here, I can't even get in touch with him half the time because he's like, she's like, oh, can you do a counter for me? He's like, yeah, 25 million. She's like, okay. And so he's like, stops answering my calls. But no, so I think he's catching on anyway. No, you said the last quote he gave you seemed a little pricey for him. And I'm like, yeah, he's upcharging you because he knows what you're doing. Yeah. So I go, so talk him down to what you want. Well, and then your son, I don't know. He gave me a price and I do my research and stuff. And I'm a nightmare. He's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. And we were texting back and forth about, if I could read these texts, it was so crazy. He gives me a quote. Then all of a sudden, when I sent him a quote from someone else that came out, and he said he was blown away because then he said, well, I should have quoted you more money because my product that he's installing, it's a heat pump, is a lot better. It's better than that. Yeah. And now I feel like you should pay $21,000 instead. I go, what the hell is this? You're not going to honor your quote? He's like, I don't know. I don't think so. This is the money and that's it. This is how it is and that's it. And then he's sending me a quote and then maybe just use that guy so I don't have to deal with you. And I go, you don't have to deal with me. And then he's like, I'm sorry. We get into it. And then he's going, it was just so funny. And he's like that. This is not. Oh yeah, he's not like this with other customers. With her. She's like his aunt. And I'm going, what the hell's going on here? I'm the customer. The customer's always right. He's like, I don't even answer customers' calls after 4, so consider yourself lucky. And I'm like, lucky? And we're going now. I was questioning him with the job, trying to get more money. I'm now begging him for the job. I'm begging for my original quote, and I wanted a free sweatshirt. Now he says I have to throw him a sweatshirt. I have to give him one of my sweatshirts. Oh, give him a Wicked Honest sweatshirt? I don't know. And I'm just like, are you going to do you want the job? Are you going to do the job? We were just going back and forth. I got off the text and I was like, I either need to flee the country or sign my house over to this kid. Because it's like, I'm like, you wore me down so much that I don't care what you charged me at this point. It was just like, excellent. Sounds good to me. No, do I benefit in any way from this? No. No, you don't benefit. But it was just like, what the hell is happening here? It doesn't surprise me. Sorry. Technical difficulties. I'm knocking everything over. So that's that. So I'm exhausted. I probably have a dull headache from. You have a chase headache. I have a chase headache, which I know you get. You do. It's a thing. It's real. Yeah, he's a lot. Yeah. I don't know.
Talk about ADHD.
He should be like some type of military, I felt like it was some psychological warfare.
Yeah, some kind of Chinese water torture.
That's what it felt like. I got off, I couldn't
sleep. How do you think I raised him? I didn't raise him to do that. How do you
I blame you. Blame the mother. It's your fault.
No. How do you think it was being his mother?
I thought of that. I said, now I understand.
Yeah.
I really felt like I was just went through like Navy SEAL training. Like it was like, I couldn't sleep. I was all upset, but then I felt relieved because he's doing the job. And now I'm like, I don't know what was happening. I'm looking through my sweatshirts. What can I give him?
Looking through my sweatshirt.
He's going to ask, and lunch too. Lunch is
lunch.
Listen, I don't know. This guy could take me for a ride.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was no small feat being that kid's mother.
No, he was rough.
Yeah, he was. People wonder why. You have to try when people say pick your battles. Like, you should try to pick your battles with someone like that. What battle are you picking?
I was just texting.
He owns everything I have right now because I picked a battle in it.
I literally was like, I don't care what it costs. Like I got to the point where it was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you want to just? I'm gonna have to pack my car up tonight and leave the country, or just pay him what he wants. Give him a sweatshirt.
I'm really proud of him.
I'll get him. I'm gonna get him.
Well,
I'm getting him back somehow. I'm gonna do
slash
something.
His tires.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I know.
He'll know. He'll know.
No, he will. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's a little scary.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with him.
He's funny.
You've known his shit when like teachers didn't like Miles or like were an asshole to my youngest son, and he was like, don't they know who he is? And then all of a sudden the teacher's like, cat goes missing.
Oh Jesus.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, geez, Miss Black's cat is dead. And he's like,
yeah, I don't think he said, oh God.
I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about that. All of a sudden I hear meow.
Shut up.
Just kidding.
No, he's a lot. I love him. But then it's right when you want to, you're literally going to kill him. But then he'll be like,
he'll say something funny.
He'll say something funny and nice, or like call you hun or something like that. And you're like, oh, okay. It's
hun.
I'm just making shit up. I don't know. He doesn't say hun, whatever he says.
Well, he swears and vows that he's going to be the one to take care of me till the day I die. And I'm going to.
He'll take care of you, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we at now?
Well, anyway.
So we were talking about, we've been listening to, obviously, like,
oh my God,
we follow content creators.
Yeah.
And through the Karen Reed case, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Turtle Boy, and we became familiar with JFK.
Yeah.
JFK Show Off. And he's from Lynn, and we grew up on the North Shore, and
I heard of him through the Young Jerks as well, Mike Crawford.
Yeah. He's actually really well known around this part of town, where we grew up, because he's friends with, on Facebook, a lot of my friends and all that. And he's
from Lynn. Yeah, he's a local guy. He's from Lynn.
But he's wicked. He's the CEO of Show Off Records. He's pretty well known in the music hip hop scene around here. But he has a YouTube show, and they've been talking a lot about, we were going to talk a little bit about true crime, because my next book is about a case that we're going to end up talking about a lot on here. I'll get into that later.
Yeah, because I don't even really know.
Yeah,
I'm from there, and I know the story and stuff. But with her book, I don't even really know the intricacies of actually what happened. So it's going to be, you guys will learn along with me, which will be fun.
I think a lot of people know, but a lot of people maybe not. But I'm not going to. We'll talk about that afterwards, because I'm working with some investigators and things, and we're not quite sure where this is going. So I'll bring that up afterwards, but at a later date. But we've been following, because JFK is doing the Eddie O'Brien case. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, because it depends on probably what age.
I'd never heard of it. I don't think, maybe at the time, but what were we, 18, 19 at the time? It was 1995. I had just graduated from high school. You've been out of high school 2 years.
I think I remember it. It was called the Altar Boy killing. Eddie was a 15-year-old kid in Somerville kid who he's convicted, who's killed his best friend's mother, Janet Downing, that lived next door, and stabbed her. It was 98 times that he was accused of and convicted of. And I knew it. I remember it in the news, but I think when you're at that age, it's not like you're avidly following.
Yeah, I'm sure I heard it at the time and was like, oh, that sucks, and moved on.
Yeah, sadly.
Well, yeah, because you're selfish at that point. You don't really,
that age.
You know.
But my mother
you
worked with Janet. I was stealing cars. Among other things.
Side note, I'm going to interrupt this entire broadcast about Eddie O'Brien. We will circle back to that. But I will say that we were talking about, speaking of your books, I did have to call her the other day and tell her, because I was shopping and I was in the parking lot. And all I could think of was, I'm reading in her book, and one of her, it's about a car theft.
It's inspired by actual events.
Yes. And I said, I am feeling very uneasy about leaving my car with all of my gifts, although they were only from Walmart, whatever. But here I go offending people again. Anyways, I felt very uneasy leaving my car in the parking lot because all I could picture in my head is her and her hoodlum friends at fucking 17 years old,
waiting,
cracking the column and driving off with all my kids' presents.
Yeah, that's a story in the book. Drive City, tentatively the title. It's will be out at some point. It's on submission, but yeah. Well,
it'll make you think twice about shopping and leaving your gifts.
No one's cracking your column in your Volvo now. Okay, calm down.
A Volkswagen.
Yeah. And then you were talking, because that scene she was talking about took place at Northgate Shopping Plaza in Revere, and you said that, I'm like, at first I'm like, she's at North. I read it real quick. I'm like, why would she be at North?
No, I was.
Sorry, I'm not trying to offend again. Oh, I'm offending.
Well, I was in Haverhill, which you could be aligned with Northgate.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Like Northgate is it's. I've been down there. My mom passed away. She still lived in Revere, and I was down there. I'm sorry. And Northgate is. I can't. It's bad.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to. I just, when you brought up whatever, our ages and whatnot.
So my mom worked with Janet Downing. I thought, I forget if Janet worked at Somerville Hospital.
She worked for some insurance. Yeah. Like a United Healthcare.
My mother worked with her at some point. So my mother was very blown away by this.
Yeah.
And so upset. So that's how
She didn't work with her when it happened, did she?
I don't know. I don't
remember.
We were drunk.
We don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. I was stealing cars drunk.
Yeah. We were 18 and 19.
It depends where.
Ain't nobody remember that time.
What were you listening to?
Ooh.
18, 19?
18, 19. I'm always good for old school hip hop, rap, R&B, and that'll always be a thing. But my genres are so. I'm right across the board. Like, because I went to Woodstock in 95, 90. What the first?
Not the Woodstock.
Not the first one. No, not the first one.
Teleported back in
the second one, not the one where Limp Bizkit caused the riots and they burned the whole fucking place down, but the middle one.
There was 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the one I went to was pretty uneventful.
So you were listening to whatever?
I was listening to everything, but I was really into like grunge at that point. Like Alice in Chains, Nirvana, like the.
Was that 93?
Yeah, that
like
was high school. It was flannels and docks and.
High school, I wasn't. That was like right after high school, like 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
We would look like vampires or that heroin chic look.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I still dress like that.
Yeah. She's never left that stage. I think I was still listening to I listened to all.
Oh, I mean, I was listening to
and all that, but I listened to Ozzy. Like, I was wicked into Ozzy and AC/DC then too. If I was correct at 18 with my high school boyfriend, we would listen to Motley Crue and all that.
Yeah, stuff. That was when it was. Yeah, Motley Crue, I feel like, was a little bit before like grunge. So yeah, and don't forget, you're a year older than me, so don't ever forget it.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
But like I would listen to Nas and
I was also listening to Frank Sinatra too.
Yeah, and New Edition, and I was probably still listening.
I was just listening to New Edition.
Queen Latifah.
I don't think I was a big fan of Queen.
Oh,
Latifah.
I love Queen Latifah.
She was on that show. What's that show? That show with from the Facts of Life, that girl and stuff. Living single. I actually did watch that.
They were onto something.
They were.
No, I don't remember. I mean, yeah, I guess I kind of remember her a little bit on that show, but remember UNITY.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, I like.
She's all right. She's all right.
Yeah, I like obviously Wu-Tang, Method Man,
forever.
Snoop, Dre, all those regular Biggie and Pac and all those ones.
Not P Diddy.
Not P. Diddy. No,
That's a whole other episode.
Well, I will say now we're going sidetrack here. I did go. So when P. Diddy, like the shit came down, like you knew shit was coming down, like the stuff was true and all that, and you knew it was. He wasn't.
Oh, the video of Cassie came out.
Yeah,
when you do.
Cassie just came out, and I'm gonna. This is terrible. I was blaring. I was working out for days to All About the Benjamins and stuff, and my son was like, "Why would you be listening to Diddy now?"
Song. I know.
And even the video's good. It's so good.
It might be like his only good. I mean, he's not the greatest. I mean,
He's pretty good. He gets on stage. There's a presence about him, but he's gross. But like he was good. But I was trying. I'm trying to get it all out of my system because I can't listen to it.
I know.
Again.
Well, that happened the other day when in the car with the kids, Diddy was on, and Shane made the argument. Well, then we'd have to not listen to Michael Jackson. And then we'd have to not listen to this. And then if we based Shane's my twin voice.
Michael Jackson didn't get indicted. He didn't get convicted.
Yeah.
So I would beg to differ. And then people.
Well, that's a good segue to come full circle right to what we were talking about.
So Eddie O'Brien.
I mean, a conviction and an accusation and an indictment mean fucking nothing, to be honest, because you could have a bunch of people.
You can say that, and you.
Well, it is and it isn't. You know,
to the person that is the victim, it sure does usually, but a conviction doesn't. There's plenty. I think that we're realizing now, especially in Massachusetts, and let's be wicked honest, is there is with the Karen Reed and the Sean Ellis and Sandra Birchmore and all these things that are coming out. There is a lot of people you're realizing there's a lot of innocent people in jail. There's a lot more cover-ups than you think.
Crazy.
In Massachusetts, and this is sort of why I'm writing this next book too. I'm actually nervous about it, but the corruption it's bad, and it's bad everywhere. But Massachusetts, it's for us. I mean, obviously, it's a big deal. And Eddie O'Brien, so he was 15 years old, and he was a big kid, big kid.
He was huge. He was
6'5"
at 15.
At 15,
yeah, and like 2 something.
And that my son's a big kid, so that really struck home for me because he would always get. People would think he was more mature than he was, and that wasn't fair. So Eddie supposedly, we'll listen to JFK. We'll talk about it more, but there's so many discrepancies in this story, and it's really concerning because the district attorney at the time was it Tom Riley, whatever.
Riley, yeah,
and Bill Weld, Governor Weld. There was a real big push to get this law passed, a super predator bill, because they wanted to start throwing young kids in jail and because trying them as adults.
Yeah, the murder rate was so high. They were trying to do something.
Well, think about it back then.
It was gang related usually, right?
The kids. Look at our kids today, and I'm not saying there's not rough kids and people doing crimes. There was shit going down that was crazy. I was involved in a murder trial. I had the fucking feds at my house. My dad had to rip me out of the van because I was hiding, aiding and abetting, and unknowingly.
Yeah,
a murderer that was a friend of ours.
Yeah.
This was like people. Our friends were robbing pharmacies.
No, I really didn't. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I should have known, and I didn't. I hated him anyway. But whatever. But then I ended up dating him,
obviously, after he was convicted, because then he was a felon.
He wasn't convicted. I almost didn't.
He wasn't convicted. This is why you can't trust the law.
He didn't do it. Supposedly, he was all zannied out in the back of his Lincoln Mach 7. Is it a Mach 7?
So he was He was asleep during the murder,
right? And he was asleep most of life on pills and heroin.
That's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing.
So that was not surprising. But the point being, the young people back then, a lot of good ones, a lot of normal kids. There was a lot of shit going on, and what I think a lot of times, this is just maybe my opinion, the targets. And usually where the most crime is the brown and black communities. And you hate to get a super predator law. Let's start off with a black kid that did something. So
but it has a prejudice.
It has a prejudice. The two Irish Catholic guys in office coming after the black and brown kids, super predator law. It doesn't have a good look. Eddie O. So then you got the altar boy, the 15-year-old altar boy who was the chief Somerville Police Chief's grandson.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there wasn't evidence. The story is really wonky. And I personally don't think he did it. I don't. and that's just my opinion right now. I could be wrong, but
I
think they were trying to pass a
agree.
bill.
Yeah.
And he was, and I think a lot of times the cops just, they're very, tunnel visioned, and that's it. And I think they wanted to get this bill passed, and it was easy to sort of look at him.
I also think that if you take notes from the Karen Reed case, it has to do with reasonable doubt in an investigation. So being innocent of a crime, being guilty of a crime is different than being guilty or not guilty in a court of law, because you could be guilty of a crime and still not be guilty of the actual charges because of the reasonable doubt or because of whatever. The similarities in this case with Eddie O'Brien is the lack of an investigation. They see one person, they go after that person, that person fits into their puzzle, and then nobody else is ever investigated. And then when it comes time to turn a full circle on that, it's too late because the evidence is gone.
Well, once you're convicted and you're convicted, and I've known this forever growing up where we grew up. My grandfather was a Boston cop, and you don't talk to cops. Where we're from, you do not talk to cops. That's just how we grew up, because you try not to even step in a courtroom, a courthouse, if you don't have to, because you never know what the hell's going to happen in there.
Yeah.
And if the judge is having a bad day, you don't know, and you just want to stay as far away from that. And I understand that now, because once you're convicted, and then
then you're fighting a case from the inside, and years and years and years, and now there's no turning back. You're already
and people believe prosecutors, and there's some wonderful prosecutors, and they believe they're just fighting for the truth, and they just want the story. That's a bunch of bullshit. They need to make convictions, and they need to get wins.
That's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
It is though. It's all. That's what it comes down to in the end, is the money and the political power and the power. Really
climbing the ladder, all of that.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's scary that you can lose sight of that. And I think in a lot of these jobs, you start crossing little lines, and then the lines really just become more blurred. And that's when you got to get the hell out of these jobs. Like even not the same thing, but even nursing for me, I remember just bedside nursing, or I was in home care. I knew I had to get the hell out of patient care because
you were burnt out.
I was burned out, and then our documentation had to be. Everything else just was so much, and it was taking so much that it was taking away from actual patient care. And I had to make a decision.
Yeah, it was compromising your integrity, which is exactly what they don't make that decision. They just stay in it. A lot of them.
They do. And I think I couldn't do that. That was really, I don't, I was going home and going, shit, I didn't do everything I could for her, or I didn't, and that didn't make me feel good. And I just was like, peace, I got to get the hell out of this.
Yeah. And I think, there's no term limits on some of these people, like Michael Morrissey, who's the DA right now in Norfolk County with the Karen Reed stuff. Ugh. He's been DA for how long?
500 years.
Yeah.
650 this old Puritan, years. These governments with these no term limits, these lifetime career politicians.
How do you have a job like that with no term limits?
I don't even think he's practiced law. I don't even know if he's tried cases.
No, and actually that's a good point too, because that DA for Eddie O'Brien's case, the DA, it's unheard of.
Oh, he tried
the DA tried the case.
It happens very rarely. But
it's very rare. But so you look at all these outside factors, and if you just tell the story one way, you could be like, oh yeah, he did it. What a monster, blah, blah, blah. And then I think you look at his size and and it's so dangerous to think like that, because if you really unfold and peel back the layers, it's much more than that.
But definitely give that show a listen, because they're doing a great job, and they're interviewing a lot of people. I listened to, I don't know, like part 30 or part 31, and Colleen, she's I forget who, she was friends with Eddie's sister.
Yeah, she was.
So she was on, but she was talking about Janet Downing's daughter, Carrie Ann, who was sort of a wild child and in trouble a lot, and she had a chins on. Remember chins?
I feel like I almost had a chins on me at one point.
What is it? What's the acronym?
Child something endangerment something.
I remember
It's
this.
like when you can't control your child.
Yeah, you get a chins on you. Your parents
When you
put a
won't
chins
come
on.
home, when you won't when you
yeah.
refuse to come home and stuff like that. Like
You had your own apartment at 16. So.
Yeah, I did. So I grew up, I was a latchkey kid. My parents were divorced, I think, when I was like,
a lot of latchkey kids then. That's what Colleen was saying.
Yeah, it was all latchkey kids because your parents worked. And
she was saying about Carrie Ann. Were you surprised that Carrie Ann had a baby so young? She's pushing a baby carriage around. She's like, Colleen's like, no. Like she was 18.
You wouldn't have been surprised if I was either.
That's what I mean.
was,
so, where we were, growing up then, it wasn't uncommon. And
no. And it's funny too, because JFK the other night when I also she started so far before me. And I have to say, what's so funny is I listened to it on 1.5 speed and they do all these, they play music they do they dance and stuff like that. But usually I have it on like 1.75 speed and Kev dancing just wicked
with
fast.
A cigarette in his mouth.
Oh, so funny. But my parents were divorced, I think, like right around when I was born. Like, I think it was, I don't remember them ever being together. I think I said before. And then my dad remarried when I was 1 and my mom went on to have a couple different relationships, a couple different marriages, but she worked full-time, sometimes full-time and part-time, sometimes full-time and went to school. So it was like, here's your key, put it on a shoelace, put it around your neck, or tie it to your backpack. I walked to school, I walked home. And then until she got home at 5 or 6 at night, I was alone, like basically just doing whatever I wanted or whatever.
Oh, we all Clarice, the neighbor, used to have to. My mother was put herself through nursing school while we were on welfare. My dad was actively drinking or living in the shed at that time. We talked about that one.
I had an apartment, so we didn't even have a shed. It's bad when you don't have a shed.
At 16, I think it's okay. I think your apartment was a shed.
I'm talking about my mother's apartment. We didn't have a house anyways. Yeah. I ended up moving out. My mother was on my, I don't judge her, but she was on a couple stepfathers. Yeah, I mean, I do not now that I'm older and I see.
No. Yeah, now that.
Yeah, she didn't quite make it to her healing journey.
She did. Yeah, she did.
She didn't. She died before she really got there, but
she's healed now.
Yeah. But she was on her 3rd marriage, I think, and the guy's dead, so I can say I fucking hated that guy. He's such a dick. And I met my future ex-husband, and I went to my own apartment like an asshole when I was 16 years old. My poor father was mortified. My child.
He was in the shed later on.
My ex-husband, not my father.
Oh, not your father. No.
Yeah. I had an apartment. I think I was a junior in high school.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I worked 40 hours a week after school as a nurse's aide. So I was in medical careers, which was the only reason why I graduated high school, because 4 periods a day I got to go to medical careers.
We didn't have that.
Thank God. Honest to God, I actually just said this to somebody else. If they didn't have that, I would have never graduated.
We had work study.
For the first 4 periods of my day was medical careers, and we would go out of the building and go to nursing homes and daycares.
I just walked in the front door and walked out the back.
Yeah, well, that's what I would have done had I not, because I came back and I think I had lunch, English, and a study. So I think I was in the building.
Maybe I would have went.
Yeah,
and I was an honor student until I got angry and dark.
I was never an honor student. I was always the worst student ever.
No, then I tried to change it. Like I tried to reel it back in and get on the right track. But I had such a label.
Once you have fun, you fuck that.
No, it wasn't that. I had such a label that I would just be called out for any bullshit. Because they just thought I was a bad kid.
Now. That still happens.
And then I was hanging around with my friend Cara, who was always up to bad shit. And she'd give me, I didn't even smoke weed. She'd give me her joint to hold. And then
get caught with it.
Mrs. Costa walks in, I'm holding the joint. She gave me her first day of school. She gives me, I think it was sophomore year, she gives me her Pepsi bottle. Diane, hold this. She goes in the bathroom. I'm in the office, in the vice principal's office. We're waiting to get something. And then there's the secretary, Miss Trovel.
Straight vodka.
Mrs. Trovel's what is the thing? Give me that. What that smells? I'm like, what? She has Jack Daniels and Jack and Coke.
Fucking Cara.
And then I get suspended. She's drunk, has to leave. She goes out in a gurney or something like that. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, so that's the kind of shit that happened.
I wasn't even doing anything. Really.
I would just. Well, I mean, I had to work. I had to pay rent, so. My father wanted to give my child support to me. My mother refused. we had our issues. I understand now some of the reasons why she did what she did. But anyways, needless to say, I didn't get the child support. My father still had to pay it. So I had to get a 40-hour week
You still
job.
upset about that?
I mean,
You bring it up here and there.
I could have slept a little fucking more during my formative years had my mother given me the,
I think you should have got it.
I mean, obviously I should have got, I mean, I was 16 years old, fucking living in I was eating Cheez-Its for dinner. I understand too that was something that she based her entire financial life around was that child support, and then it just
take care of your kid. I don't know.
I know.
Make sure your kid stays home or figure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have the answers. I mean, God knows when you.
No, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I can
know.
see both sides of it. I understand when you build something, but then I think at some point you have to say, okay, well, this isn't what that was for. She's not here anymore.
I think they all let themselves, as we talked about, they all let themselves off the hook a lot easier than we do. And
Kids are resilient.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Fucking bullshit. Kids are not resilient. Look at me. I'm 50. I'm still bringing it up.
No, every time I go to like a therapist, every time I go back to therapy, a new therapist or whatever.
Oh, did your therapist ever call you again? Remember?
Oh, yeah, she called.
Okay, so she's still around.
Yeah, she's
That's
around.
nice to know.
Well, no, she didn't call me back though for this next appointment. I don't know, but every time I go to therapy, did I say this before? I'm always like, I'm not here because I was coming back to therapy for EMDR. It's this thing they do with your eyes, and it helps sort of if you have a trauma, it kind of helps with this. It's not like behavioral cognitive therapy. And every time I go back, I'm like, I don't need talk therapy. I have talk therapy forever. I don't need that anymore. I'm more on, I work on my spiritual and the EMDR is great. And then right away, 10 seconds later, I'm talking about my freaking family and all the shit.
Yeah, it doesn't go
and
away.
The people in my life, the same shit. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah. I say it all the time.
I mean,
We're just taller versions of our childhood selves that carry around all that shit.
The stuff that bothers you. I can understand it.
Sometimes it bothers you more now because you're like, wait a minute, that was a little fucked up. I didn't get my child support. I mean, at the time, I was like, I should get my child support. And then I was like, all right, pass me a Cheez-It, a Bud Light, and a cigarette. Like, it didn't compute. Yeah. But now I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like I went to school.
I just would like a little guilt, a little shame, because I'm all about the guilt.
I think my mother had a lot of game and shame.
My mother would say guilt is a useless emotion. That's nice for you. What
me over here? My mother wasn't Irish.
That's nice
so she
for
you.
She Irish. No, Irish is guilt and shame all up the.
No, that's Catholic.
She's Catholic.
Yeah,
she should have been guilty and shameful. Shame.
No, I think Catholic is guilty and shameful, and Irish is stoic and go fuck yourself.
So she let the Irish,
So
she pick and chose, because Jesus was involved in a lot of shit, and there was Catholicism and some screwed up ways about me being an old whore,
right?
And all that.
Yeah.
But then we'll pick and choose the Irish for when we need it. That's actually a genius
when you don't
plan.
Want to feel guilt. Oh, she was a very smart lady.
Very smart.
We could all learn a little something from her.
She's crazy, but she was.
No, my mother had a ton of guilt. But she used it.
Does that make you feel better?
I don't know.
It would make me feel better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it does. I think what made me feel better if someone paid me back child support. Maybe I should call my father and see if he'd be willing to pay it all over again. Actually, he probably has paid it a million times over.
He probably has.
Heating systems and electric things and
no, we grew up with Colleen and Eddie O'Brien. Like we was just listening to them talk, and it's like, wow, what a different time and how our kids grew up. It was like friggin' a shit show. It's like I always said, like you were raised by wolves to a degree.
And
I don't mean that in a bad way. Like if I
it was fun, but I mean, Jesus.
When you do talk to people, I do have friends that have grown up normal.
Me too. I have a lot of friends in Winthrop that grew up normal.
And then, so like sometimes I would say my vineyard girls or certain people, and I'll like say some things, and they're like, "Oh my God!" Or people who read my book, my first book, they're kind of like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, when people learned that I had my own place at 50, at 16, and that I went to school all day and then left school and drove over to the nursing home and worked 3 to 11 every night and then just drank all weekend long. And
crazy.
I mean, people are like, what? Like, how the fuck did you? And paid my rent and I never missed my rent.
Crazy.
Not one. I'm 50 years old. I've never been late on my rent or mortgage, not one time. I mean, no matter what I had to do. And I wasn't a, shyster. I fucking worked.
I don't think you can say shyster.
Oh, I wasn't a, I wasn't slick. I wasn't smart. As you heard, I overpay for shit. It's not like I was I wasn't in a car.
I know you won't miss any bills, and you'll just refinance your house again just to not pay them.
I'll just call my dad and go, remember
I'll call
that
your
time
dad.
my mother took all the child support? I know that's not your fault, but you're the only one alive now.
So
If
we
you
thought
could
we
pay
like
for something.
I mean, as you know, we grew up on the North Shore. Like it's interesting, but it is interesting listening to different people's lives. And I always feel like kind of weird when people are like, "Wow, you grew up and that's crazy." Like I went to that women's retreat with me and my girlfriends, the ones who I grew up mostly normal. We had like a women's retreat together, and we went around the circle. There was a woman that sort of ran it, and we went around the circle, and everyone was supposed to say about the other one what they feel about them and what they think about them and something good or whatever. And every single one of them about me was like,
she grew up in the ghetto.
Diane just overcame so much adversity. And anytime I have like a dark comment or I'm going through some dark, everyone said darkness. I'm like, what am I friggin'?
Yeah.
The princess of darkness?
Yeah.
And Ozzy's and anytime I'm going through some real raw shit or some dark, Diane's just always just so grounded because I'm so proud of her. She's just came up through I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't think there's people out there that had it worse than me.
Yeah, I know. And I'm over here going, oh, well, everybody
You're still
else
on the child support.
Well, everybody else in Winthrop had a house and we only had an apartment. Although I will say my mother's bedroom was the first room you walked into. We had a 4-room apartment.
You had beads, like her room was like with her boyfriend, and then like you had beads.
No, that's my house. But I'm talking about like growing up with my mother. Like literally, we had 4 rooms. Her room the bedroom was the first room you walked into.
Yeah, I know. I remember you.
And then I shared a room with my brother.
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an apartment. We didn't have a house till they bought a house. My dad got sober for 7 years, and then they got a house. But we had an apartment on the beach, and
all my friends in Winthrop, most of them had apartments. We were talking the other day.
Apartment on the beach means Revere Beach. That does not mean it wasn't a nice apartment on the beach. It was
right now it would be.
Oh, right now.
Back then
no,
it was like
you
didn't want to live there.
It wasn't great. It was nice. No, it was nice, but it wasn't what when you say I had an apartment on the beach, it's not what you think.
Right. Yeah. And I was talking the other day with my friend's mom about how she was a nurse and she would work at a nursing home 7 to 3. And we would get out of school at noon for our half day and we would go to her house and drink. We would have like full blown bashes. And she got out at 3. I was like, what were we doing? Like we literally, first of all, we were all wasted in the middle of the day. And her mother, we have 3 hours to get wasted. And we did.
And then get your shit together.
And go where and do what? And like clean up. And meanwhile, she works around the corner. Like my kids.
Well, I had a friend, her mom was a waitress. So like those are the best because she didn't come. And then she had some cocktails after work. So she was like, I'm going over her house. And then you can't get in touch with anyone. There's no cell phone. So she can't call. My mother can't call her mother. Not that I think she was going to anyway.
No cell phones.
So we were over there. And then we'd even babysit the kids upstairs. We were hammered. We had the whole hockey team up there drinking Heffenreffers and shit. Like it was crazy.
My kids are,
my kids, they don't do anything.
I have a 24-year-old, a 20-year-old, and 2 15-year-olds and an 8-year-old. And my 2 15-year-olds are freshmen in high school. I was so fucked up by them. Like I was drinking every chance I got.
I was really fucked up in junior high. Then I got my shit together in high school, but I was dealing drugs, which isn't better.
I was skipping school and going to Brothers.
I was skipping school and dealing
where you could smoke butts inside, like eating and smoking at the same time at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Listening to Belle Biv DeVoe, that was a good.
Jesus.
Yeah, we used to leave there and we didn't have enough money. We would scrape pennies. My friend George had like this big
scrape pennies for everything. Gas.
Yeah, he had a big one of those old big Monte Carlos. They all had them.
Yeah.
And we would scrape money together for gas, and then we'd buy basics because we didn't have enough money for Marlboros.
Cigarettes.
And we would sit in Brothers and we would eat, and then we would smoke cigarettes, and then we'd go in the car and listen to Belle Biv DeVoe and
that
just drive
was a great
around.
time. That was actually
and then that
actually sounds amazing.
Yeah.
When I see that like TikTok or something, I've said I want to do that. I want to just one day go, hey, let's blow off everything and just go to like the dive bar. And then I know I'm instantly going to regret. I'll be like, oh,
We'll be in the dive bar. I'll be like, what am I doing here? This
Remember, I
is
used to. So
They don't have my organic biodynamic wine. I have to bring it in my bag.
That's the problem. Is you've come so
I have
far.
to bring it in my bag.
She's graduated to bio.
I'll bring it in my bag. I just buy a glass of their shit barefoot friggin' crap and dump it out in the toilet in the shitty
I
bathroom.
remember I used to say to you all the time, because when I was a home care nurse in the field, I used to work in downtown Lynn, and I'd say on a Tuesday at fucking 9 a.m. I'd see the line for the bar, and I'd be like, Diane, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't I in line for the bar on a Tuesday at 9 a.m.?
No, it's when you first realize that in life, you're like, what am I doing? I'm trying to get like a promotion. I'm trying to climb the ladder. So get the hell out of here. I'm rushing around. I'm going nuts. I'm trying to get to see my last patient, whatever I'm doing. Then I'm trying to do shit on the side hustle. And I'm at the light at Blanchard's liquor store, and it's 11 a.m. And I see these people coming out with a shopping cart or a brown bag with their booze in it.
Oh, these people, the people in Lynn that I would see would be coming out for their first smoke break of the day after they just had a nice
they're going over to the Oversharing Inn to probably hit some crack or whatever and in a, I don't know, some wild Irish rose, whatever. But I'm like, what am I doing? They're just, at some point, just giving up is not, that doesn't seem that bad.
I know. Listen, we know there's sick and suffering. We're not trying to downplay that. We're not trying to downplay that. We're just trying to show the other side of the coin.
If
you do it right, it might be a better life.
I think working, 80 hours a week, killing yourself for everything is sick and suffering too, I've realized. So I'm not sure who's sick and suffering. I think this is a fucking scam. This is a scam that they perpetrated on us to get us to work like friggin' dogs.
It is. It's bullshit.
I said to my son the other night, because he mom guilts me sometimes. And I'm like, get the hell out of here. I've killed myself for you. I was a single mother for like a long time till I met my husband. His father was not great and passed away. And I'm like, I didn't even get to really enjoy you as a child as much as I would have liked to. And I did everything for you. Everything you have. I've killed myself. When I'm like, I should have just been, didn't do shit. Maybe I should have been
at the line at Fran's place.
No, I could have been home with you if I didn't become a nurse or whatever. I could have been home with you.
Maybe on the stoop.
And not that a check, people do need a check, but like live off little means. Sometimes the less you have, you fit.
No, we had way too much. We were way too motivated.
We're too motivated. I could be drinking during the day, watching you play with the other mothers, smoking butts, watching these kids have a good time, and actually enjoying your childhood with a little fucking buzz all day.
Yeah, put them in a little wife beater. Men's undershirt.
He already does wear that. He looks like Tony Soprano.
Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna wrap this up because I think we can make it to the bar.
I have a dull headache. I already have a dull headache. I don't know if I can go. Well, you can drink it away.
Well, I was gonna say, I think if we go to the bar right now,
I'll go. She won't go.
I might.
I'll friggin' go.
Let me see if I can get someone to pick up Miles.
But I have a dull headache. It might have to be like a fancy.
Is Chris
place.
home?
Yeah.
Can you have a relationship with Chase? Can you call him and see if he'll pick up Miles?
I don't know. I really don't know if me and Chase currently love each other or hate each other. I just know I have to give him $20,000 ASAP and a sweatshirt. And I think I might have to apologize as I hand him $20,000, which is absolutely insane. But that's what's happening.
Well, I'll see if I can bribe him to pick up Miles, and we're going to go to Lynn and go to the bar.
We're going to Lynn? I'm sorry, I don't really go to Lynn.
That's rude.
I do sometimes. I do. But it's a drive. We don't want to drive far.
All right, we're just going on the street.
The rest. We already have stalkers, so we really don't want to say.
We don't want to reveal our location.
There's
plenty of bars around here, though. Oh, that just brings me to. I just said that. Yeah, my 8-year-old called me out the other day. I said, can you get, because I said it's so funny because we grew up where we grew up, and I don't I know I have an accent, but I don't know that it's different from my children. My children grew up way more north than Boston. And I said, it's in the yard. And he was like, it's what? He's 8. And I'm like, it's in the yard. And he's like, the yard? And I was like, oh my God. I go, what do you call it? And he goes, the yard. And I was like, holy shit, we're growing up in two different.
Like, when you try to,
I sound like an idiot when I try to pronounce.
Proper enunciation, you're like,
yard.
Like you can't. You have to like. My face tapes definitely popped off during the yard. Park the car.
All right, we're going to the bar.
All right, she ain't gonna go, but whatever.
We'll see. We'll let you know next time if we went.
We'll
to
pop
that.
in later hammered. All right.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thanks for watching Wicked
Wicked
Honest. Like,
Honest.
subscribe.
Do all those things. We're going to get drunk.
Peace.
Bye.